What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ and this is my YouTube channel. So today we are going to do my first impressions after owning the Audi R8, which used to belong to Stradman, or James, his actual name. I have driven this car 246 miles so far in less than 1 week. I got it on Monday and today is Saturday morning. So in less than 1 week, 246 miles, we're definitely driving the car. So without further ado, let's get on to the road and then I'll basically tell you some of my first impressions of this car because I've never even ridden an Audi R8 before I bought one. So yeah, let's jump into it. One of the first things I noticed about this car is whenever you take off from a standstill, most cars obviously start rolling forward. This car, no, doesn't roll forward, which that may be all exotics in general, just with how their transmissions are. Not too sure, don't have a ton of experience. Other than obviously owning this Audi R8 now, I have ridden in a McLaren 720S, which I have a video on, and almost crashed on a track in pouring rain. And then the other vehicle I've ridden in is a Ferrari 488 GTB, and I know as far as at least the Ferrari, it felt the same riding in the passenger seat. You pretty much have to give it throttle in order for it to launch forward. Other than that, it just sits completely still. So from the everyday driver, from what most of us are used to, that's definitely something different, because as soon as you put it in first gear, you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna roll forward. No, not so much in this car. So that's definitely a little bit different to get used to. Like last night, I just jumped in, because here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, it is Camaro Fest. And so I jumped in my 2015 2SS Camaro 1LE, and totally different now. The very next thing that I would say that I notice about this car is how the steering and how stiff the steering is. It's actually pretty crazy. Again, jumped in my Camaro, you know, went to go move it just a smudge for the first time, and literally you could steer that car with your pinky. This car is definitely a driver's car. You would probably almost be breaking your pinky to try to turn the wheel in this thing. Which is a good thing, right? I mean, you want it to be stiff and agile, so I mean, it's definitely not a complaint. It's just something to get used to. The next thing, and I don't know how the audio is on this. This is a GoPro Hero 5, and I don't know if you can hear it, but very obviously is the motor is behind me now. Totally different, obviously, from the normal everyday car. So hearing just the little whines that the motor has and this, that, and the other, hearing it behind you, definitely pretty neat. Which I do plan on getting exhaust for this car, 100%. However, with owning this car and other cars and putting a good little chunk of money down on this car, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I can promise you this: if you guys help me get to 5,000 subscribers, whether it's literally today, tomorrow, in 2 or 3 months, whatever that is, if you guys can get me to 5,000 subscribers, the day that I hit 5,000, I purchase the exhaust. That's a promise. And I will post to my Instagram, so those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to follow me there, because that is where I am going to post same day 5,000 subscribers, and then I'll also post the purchase of the exhaust. And then obviously once I get the exhaust, then I can do some videos on it for you guys, because I know there's so many comments of you guys wanting me to get an exhaust. And I don't blame you, because I really want an exhaust. It would sound so much better on this car with an exhaust or straight piped. So that being said, thank you if you guys can help me out with that, and we'll get it put on the car. So some of the other things that, I don't know, this sounds a little bit cheesy, but it is what it is. So James obviously has quite the collection already. He's got the Aventador and he's got the Gallardo, and obviously he just that really doesn't matter because it's never next to this car. And I sort of made an Instagram post about this, and some of you I'm sure have seen it, but the R8 always looks so bland next to the Aventador and the Gallardo. Like, I was like, whatever. Like, you could literally jump in the R8 and I was like, cool. Like, it's just boring. But now that it's in my garage and it's in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and not around a bunch of other exotic cars, the car stands out like crazy. And this car is so highly spec'd with carbon fiber. I mean, there's literally carbon fiber everywhere you look. And the carbon fiber side blades, even if I wrap the car, there's no way I'm gonna be able to cover those up. I just love the carbon. It looks so good, and it's so different to get used to, because literally people all the time flag you down, want to see the car, and you stop to get gas, you can no longer stop and get gas just to get gas. I mean, people want to see the car, which that's not a complaint either. If you guys want to stop me, say hi, see the car, that's 100% okay. I want to share the car with other people. Like I've said on some other people's channels, like Zander13, whenever we took delivery. If you guys haven't watched it, then you definitely should go watch that video and some of his others. But anyway, I 100% plan to pick one person at every car show or car event that I go to, and they will get picked to take a ride. So I'm going to take them for a ride in this car, because a lot of people don't know what it's like to ride in these cars. So that's what I plan to do. I want to share the experience. So the more of you to show up to car shows, the better chance you have at riding in the car. So that's all I'm saying. So one of the last things I'm going to talk about in this video, for the last things impression-wise of this car, the transmission, which, not surprising to some of you, because some of you have experienced these cars and you're like, yeah, the R-Tronic transmission, garbo, terrible, don't ever want it, wouldn't pay for it, whatever you guys believe, that's fine. But I will say, it's not very good. It's really, really not very good. That doesn't take away from the car though. I mean, it's not good, but it's still an awesome car. Now, if I bought this car in 2009 for $145-ish thousand or whatever it was then, would I have been extremely disappointed with this car, with the transmission that's in it? Yep. Terrible, 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 terrible for that kind of money. But where the price point of this car is now, between, you know, $50,000 and $60,000, more than acceptable. More than acceptable. I mean, the car, just for the experience, and I mean, you can hit it, and you know, I don't know. It just, what you get for the money now is really good, I guess is my point. But it is definitely something to get used to, and I've learned some of the tricks of the trade already after 254 miles now. Is when you go to shift this car, if you treat it like a manual, it's way smoother. So accelerate, and then whenever you're ready to, you know, hit the paddle, then let off of the throttle, and then hit the paddle, and then accelerate again. And it's just like a, you know, manual transmission. You know, let off the gas, put in the clutch, and so on and so forth. Same thing. If you do that, this transmission can be very, very rewarding, very, very smooth. But it just takes time to get used to. That's all it is. So I don't want to really call it too big of a complaint. I do wish that it was a little better than what it was, but it is what it is. All right. So I think that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. You know, with my YouTube channel being newer to many of you, hopefully you guys will like these videos, because before buying this car, just to put it into perspective, I was at 1,045 subscribers. So at 1,045 subscribers to now I'm at, I don't know, 3.4 thousand, somewhere in there. So I know there's a ton of you that are new to this channel, thanks to James, and aka Stradman, and also Aaron, Life Apollos. So I appreciate you guys big time, really helping me out grow this channel, and hopefully you guys will really like this content. But basically, a Joe Schmo like me, normal person that's on normal cars, And now here I am in an Audi R8 giving my perspective of a car like this with not very many supercars experience. So that being said, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys like the video, or if you don't, then I guess hit the thumbs down. That's up to you. And then leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on the R8 and what you would do to it first if it was your car. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.